Hi, my name is Webster D. I am the community manager here at Paradise Vista, located at 7102 North 43rd Avenue here in Glendale. And I have overseen the property, actually worked for Tiempo Development and Management for almost 7 years.
Well, thank you, Webster, for taking the time to do this interview with us about the SPI grant that we have been working with you on this property since March of 2011. And I just wanted to ask you a couple of questions, and one of them would be, what did you see as some of the issues that were occurring on the property at the time when we formed our partnership in March?
You know what, fortunately, after meeting with the SPI team and Doreen, who oversees the CAT team as well, we saw a lot of situations such as domestic disputes that were going on our property, a lot of things that were going on behind the scenes that we were not adhered to, such as things that were not brought to our attention. A lot of things were going on behind the curtains. But after investigating and working with our on-site staff, our courtesy patrol, our regional vice president, Jody Tavison, along with our staff here on site, we were able to come together and form a team with the SPI and work under a big partnership, meeting directly with Doreen one-on-one to make the evictions happen and get rid of the crime that was ongoing here at 7102.
So, Webster, in your opinion, working under the umbrella of Tiempo and your management support staff, what were some of the key strategies that you used to initiate the changes, the extreme changes that we've seen since March?
Well, first of all, a lot of the things that we had to reinforce were a lot of our community policies that our company has set in place, such as taking every policy and procedure to a high standards. We have each resident, each prospect or future resident sign a crime-free addendum, which we uphold every resident to those standards, and we take every policy very seriously. And any policy that is violated, we do take action.
Very good. And how do you think, or could you explain in a few words here, how did the Glendale Police Department help with these efforts through the SPI grant?
Actually, the Glendale Police Department, since March of 2011, like I said, meeting with Doreen Anderson on a weekly basis, the Glendale Police Department sat down with us and they helped us come with different strategies of ways that we can overcome our crime objectives. One being getting our main entrance gates fixed and putting those in operation and having a zero tolerance policy and placing that in full effect.
Okay, but I just want to ask you, you've been working with the Glendale Police Department for several years, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Right, with the patrol division. So you've been working with the police department, but it took this this total template that we put together that really you feel that really kind of put this thing in place and made the real changes happen?
You know what, to be honest, it took a lot of work from both us and the SPI team working together. It took a lot of teamwork. The Glendale Police Department extended their invitation and put off-duty police officers here and officers in regular clothing and put them on bicycles and had officers patrol our property frequently to let residents see the presence of the police department and us working together as a team.
Okay, specifically, how did the CAT team, the Community Action Team, and Crime Prevention Specialist Anderson, how did she help you with the communication?
She helped us by being behind us 100%. She helped us by enforcing all of our policies. Okay. Every situation that occurred on the property, we would keep in great communication with Doreen, who oversees the CAT team, and she was just behind us daily and helping us with those evictions, helping us respond to calls of service, and actually bringing those calls of services down from 88 to under 20 calls.
And that would include the CAD mine alerts? the property was able to get the CAD mine alerts?
That's correct, yes.
That was a good help to you guys?
Absolutely.
Okay, wonderful. And how about the sworn officers, patrol, and NRS? They played a key role as well?
You know what, they sure did, and it took those officers meeting with them, you know, when they came to our property and showing that we are here together under the SPI, which is Smart Policing Initiative, and all of us working as a team to get our goal accomplished here in the community.
So in a few words, what have been the most important changes that have taken place in this community in just 6 months, which is a short period of time, and that really stand out to you?
The changes that have occurred here within the 6 months, which to me, you know, working in property management for almost 7 years, that's a very short period of time. It took a lot of us putting in the time and effort and working as a team, having that open communication with the Glendale Police Department and the SPI, as well as my on-site staff doing everything in their control as far as holding residents responsible for their actions, you know, putting those evictions. We did see a decrease in our occupancy, but now we're back up to where we are, where we want to be, excuse me. And, you know, we don't see as much foot traffic, residents out and about, unauthorized, people enjoying the property outside playing, kids being able to go to the playground, and residents being able to sit in front of their apartment home and enjoy the weather and enjoy the community. We see happy residents. We have resident retention, where residents want to renew their lease, and residents that want to stay here as long-term residents of the Glendale community. So it's made a huge impact on us.
Excellent. So you see a quality of life improvement?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's wonderful. Okay, and what do you see your biggest challenges going forward from here?
You know what, the biggest challenge, which not necessarily is a challenge because all of us have gotten adapted to working such as a team with the SPI, is just continuing what we already have set in place, which we plan on doing so.
Excellent. Okay, and how can I, sworn officers, the police department, and anybody else help you do that?
Well, like I said before, you know, it just takes a team effort. It takes everyone putting in the time and working together and having that open communication of the crime activity that's in the neighborhood and keeping abrupt of what's going on in the surrounding areas so that you know what type of action that needs to be taken on the property.
Excellent. Well, we want to thank you again for taking the time to do this. We want to thank your staff for supporting the police department, for being there for us, for taking the information that we have given you and actually enforcing your rules and regulations, the policies of Tiempo, your staff support for you, your support staff, and thank you again. And we look forward to working with you in the future.
And we do as well. Thank you.